So, straight in to game 2 with Confusegamer and Burger Slayer. The first game, Confusegamer just basically cranked out Lings for the win. Burger Slayer had gone for, was a bit greedy here and there, and had ended up with some DTs and such on the map, but it was not enough to overwhelm. I think I counted 40 million Lings, that's how many. So let me introduce the players for you. Down in the bottom here we have what is this I see, Confusegamer, who so far has been Zerg but has decided to play Terran in the orange, and up here Burger Slayer, the Protoss, in the red. So both players just opening up, very standard, very straightforward. I don't see any proxies, anything like that weird happening, no ridiculously early gas or anything. So let's see what we've got in store. Same map as before, it's Orbital Shipyard. Let's see what these two can come up with. I'll apologise in advance for the quality of the casting this evening. I wouldn't like you guys to think that I'm an alcoholic or anything, but I am a bit drunk again. Maybe it's just because when I'm a bit drunk I tend to think, I know, I'll cast some StarCraft. But you know, I'll try and stay focused this time and not just rabbit on about random stuff. Yeah, so Burger Slayer has got a gateway finishing, is mining from one gas geyser, needs to drop a side core straight away. This little fella, Confusegamer, has got him parked there. Hopefully he's going to do some scouting with that in a minute. There's the side core. Let's go and see what he is up to himself. Confusegamer is just doing normal stuff. About time he had some gas down, really, but no sign of it just yet. But that's okay, not a big deal. He's going to convert this command center up to an orbital command. What have we got going on here? Yeah, you don't want to lose him because he can be very useful for scouting. So, you know, do run away. Don't let him die. And he's gonna die. He's gonna zapped to death, tickled to death by a zappy probe. So this time warp gate being researched straight away, and you know, I like to see that. I think that's a standard thing for a good reason. It's a sensible thing. This I'm not sure how sensible this is. We have got a pylon down here. I'm not sure what he intends to do with it. Whoa! Proxy Stargate! Wow, man. I have seen a lot of proxy Stargates in my time, never quite as close as this. On this map, you know, common locations to proxy the Stargate would be down here, so that you've got the really short flight distance for your Oracle to get to the mineral line. If you're wondering why build the proxy Stargate over here, it's all about shaving seconds, to be honest. What you're hoping to do is get an Oracle into your opponent's mineral line earlier than they would expect it. Now, at this phase of the EMS StarCraft League, I'm impressed that we're already playing at these types of levels, man, where we're worried about those kind of fractions, those little bits. Yeah, by building the Stargate on this side of the map, you negate the time taken for the Oracle to fly across the map. But look, Confusegamer has seen it, man, hasn't he? Yeah. Well, he sees the pylon, so he must be thinking something's up. I can't help but think that a Marine from here could hit the pylon. Probably wouldn't be able to kill it in time to prevent this Oracle coming out. Why a cannon? I'm not sure about that. So this is interesting in the extreme. Right, get the Oracle in. Don't hesitate at this stage, Burger Slayer. You've proxied very successfully, which saves you, you know, the time it takes an Oracle to fly across the map. But you have already squandered that time advantage. These cannons, I can't help but feel, are just a waste of money. I'm not sure I agree with that. They're not going to achieve much, I don't think. This Oracle, on the other hand, could achieve plenty. Look at the speed with which it will take out workers. Up to 3 kills already, 4 or 5. Confusegamer's got nothing. He's got 4 Marines in this bunker. They Oh, he has got four. He has got enough marines, but 4 at a time isn't going to do it. This oracle will see off 4 marines, and you needed to empty the bunker as well and get all of those marines out. So 21 kills from the oracle. This is very, very bad news indeed for Confusegamer. A very, very successful opening from Burger Slayer. Very nice Burger Slayer. What I do like a lot is this wall that he's built. If you're going to do something sneaky, what you can't have is your opponent find out that sneakiness is coming. So you know, by all means build a wall, even go so far as to like plant a pylon and make a complete wall, so that no worker can sneak in and see what's coming. Sorry, the mouse slipped out of my hand there. Yeah. A second oracle coming in. No, that's not gonna. Yeah. Had the pulse beam been activated, it would have killed these 4 marines. 4 isn't enough. You need 6 marines really to take the oracle out. This one may well die though, because it's already been weakened. Already took some damage last time. The Void Ray going to come in and have a pop. Void Ray's not great against marines, but in small numbers like this, should do okay. As you can see, even just those 4 marines, the Void took quite a lot of damage. What Voids are very good at is they're very good at taking out buildings and armoured stuff, but he's going to lose that. Now, what I'd like to see is whether or not a marine from this high ground can actually hit that pylon, because that could solve a lot of your problems here, Confusegamer. Let's take a look at the income tab and see how different it is. Actually, Confusegamer in the lead. So this earlier expand and having that saturated and unharassed means that you know, for all this, it's hard to say that Burger Slayer's actually produced an advantage. So yes, he did kill 19 workers, but let me just peek at the unit. Oh, hang on. Let me peek at the units tab. Yeah, there is still a worker advantage for the Terran player, so that's pretty amazing. So Confusegamer are doing a pretty good job all in all. Could have done better at minimizing losses by, you know, pulling his workers out a little bit sooner, but you know, to be in this position and not too disadvantaged, I think is kind of all right. Now then, at the front door here, pretty well protected. It does have a bunker, got a handful of units, a Widowmine ready to burrow. This panel will eventually die to the Hellion. Hellion's not great against buildings. So Burger Slayer now is going to have to throw down another pylon here. Now's the time, Confusegamer. You've just disabled the cannons. Now's the time. Does he know about that though? Yeah, he does. He does have vision of these 2 cannons. He knows that they are disabled. So if ever there was a time to push down the ramp and just get rid of this, it was just after killing that pylon. That opportunity is now past though. So let's have another look at the income tab. We can see that it's not drastically different, pretty even there. A massive gas advantage for Burger Slayer. Why is that? It's yeah, perhaps Confusegamer forgotten to put SCVs back into these refineries, and no refineries down here, so he's going to find himself very, very short of gas. Yeah, that stalker isn't going to last long. Oh, you skips. Yeah. So Confusegamer, you need to just settle yourself and get back with the program. You've got idle SCVs here. You're not mining gas. I can't help but think Burger Slayer is going to just continue to pile on aggression. Lots of stalkers building here. Very little at home. So the Terran player, you know, in this position might be thinking, why don't I... Oh, you need to burrow these Widowmines. You desperately need to burrow them. Please burrow the Widowmines. Please do. Yeah, a couple of Widowmine shots can really, really annihilate these stalkers. 3 Widowmines will definitely do enough damage. Perhaps Confusegamer is not used to playing Terran, is not used to how Widowmines work, but unless they're burrowed, they don't do anything. this force is, yeah, probably enough. Oh, will be with the Medivac, yeah. Still, no, don't shoot buildings. Yeah, you see, this Stargate is actually soaking up all the fire from the Marines, and that is quite a serious mistake by Confusegamer, because you know you're losing all of your units in return for a building. What you need to be killing is your opponent's units, so that you don't die. You also need to burrow these widow mines. Please burrow them, please. That was not a good engagement, not well handled. I say handled. If you leave units to their own devices, frequently the AI will, oh dear, focus the wrong thing. This is beginning to look a little bit ropey, isn't it? Burger Slayer's units streaming in. Is there anything left? There is a Liberator in production for Confusegamer. I'm not sure about focusing on the eBay. I think I'd rather just be on the mineral land killing workers, but I guess that's going to come. This many stalkers, surely there's no answer for this. Is there army supply 37 to 15? It looks like the GG. So, Burger Slayer with the proxy Stargate doing a lot of damage, definitely disrupting his opponent's build heartily, and then just continuing, following that up with a fair old shove is going to take this game. I do think that there were opportunities for Confusegamer to stabilise, to come back. The damage to the economy was not as disastrous as you might have thought, given how many workers were killed by the Oracle. And had those widow mines been in play, had those Marines been focusing stalkers rather than a building, the outcome from this might have been very different indeed. Oh, finally a widow mine burrowed. But that's not the way it's gone. Confusegamer, possibly because Burger Slayer did it to him in the last game, refusing to give up and throwing down expos all over the map. But again, I am just going to tap the fast forward because I don't believe there's any way back into this game unless something goes very, very wrong here indeed. So that's the GG. Well played, Burger Slayer. A pretty crisp build, pretty neat, pretty tight. No freakish expos in the middle of the map this time. Knew what you were about, went for that Stargate, proxied it. I don't mind a proxy Stargate at all. It's a very nice way to open a game. Frequently as a Protoss against the Terran, the only thing you're going to build from the Stargate is a single article anyway, so you don't really care if you lose that structure. You're not really going to be using anything else from it later in the game. So why not build it on the other side of the map and reduce that flight time? Confusegamer with these racks down, desperately trying to get some units out, but it isn't going to be enough. This is going to end very shortly. GG. So 1-1 between these players. I quite want to see the decider, but it's past my bedtime. I'm an old man and I need my sleep. But maybe, just maybe, I'll tell you what, I'm going to check how long the replay is, and if it isn't too long, I'll cast that one up for you. GG!